The Stimpak is a core component of surviving Fallout's unforgiving world. So why do we know so little about it? I'm Mark from Digital Dissection. I make Fallout lore videos. And today I'll be your guide to the theories and mysteries surrounding the Stimpak. So let's get the better known information out of the way. The Stimpak, which is short for Stimulation Delivery Package, is a handheld injection that kickstarts the body's own regenerative properties in a rapid function. They were a marvel of pre-war science, but its official explanation was provided by the Fallout Official Survivor Guide. The Stimpak is an auto-injector loaded with a variety of healing medications and stimulants. Injecting yourself or another character will increase your natural healing ability and give you an immediate hit point boost. The Stimpak being a near-instantaneous healing tool makes it a must-have for post-war survivors. But one of its early applications actually was used in collaboration with the AutoDoc, or Automatic Doctor Medical Device technology. These medical units relied on the Stimpak and Med-X, which would provide equal parts healing and pain-killing effects, advertised to rival the talents of even the most gifted human surgeons. Unfortunately for AutoDoc Tech, their reserves of Stimpaks ran out rather quickly, leading to some Autodocs to perform surgeries with no way to allow for proper care. The Stimpak, however, did see diversification from this point on, which included a post-war, far more powerful version called the Super Stimpak. This advanced upgrade of the medical technology features an embedded ampule and leather strap designed to deliver the intense treatment successfully. Its targeted focus was on treating pain and chronic damage, but at a cost of potential flesh integrity over time. The super version, however, especially in the post-apocalypse, is exceedingly rare, and most signs point towards its origins being that of only the post-war world. The overall Stimpak technology, though, seems to have hit a peak of sorts in terms of its evolutionary ceiling. But the Stimpak diffuser introduced in Fallout 76 provided a canister version capable of healing via a pressurized restorative cloud. The pre-war technology survives long into Fallout's future, with societies creating their own versions of the medical aid. Not all post-war scientists are capable of producing it, but the Stimpak remains as one of Fallout's most dependable healing tools across the former United States. While the Stimpak is a well-established medical breakthrough, why do we actually know so little about where it originally came from? The Stimpak is now synonymous with any terms related to healing organic bodies in Fallout's world. But what do we actually know about who first created the technology in the first place? Shockingly, this is a question with literally no definitive answer. Since Fallout's premiere in 1997, the Stimpak has healed everything from wastelanders to animals alike, but it has done so with no traceable point of origin. There are a few possible theories that exist in Fallout's past that could drive us closer to answers. One potential creator for the Stimpak could be the MedTech Corporation, a pre-war company that also went by MedTech Laboratories. The corporation operated in the medical and pharmaceutical industries, producing major breakthroughs with the creation of products called Mentats and Fixer, with Mentats being a critical hit due to its ability for the chalky pills to boost mental performances for short periods of time. The substance was found to speed mental processes, making it popular amongst academia and armchair philosophers. But these abilities came at a cost, as it paired with Mentats' highly addictive nature. MedTech in turn willingly knew the side effects and purposely pushed the products into targeted regions. They would abuse a process known as seeding, where MedTech would position other controlled substances into the same areas to further boost the addictive nature of its products. The previously mentioned Fixer would act as a godsend to those who formed dependencies on Mentats, as Fixer would rid impacted users of its symptoms, while MedTech would further create home testing and chemistry kits for domestic use. It may not be the best fit for having mass-produced Stimpaks, as they seem more than dedicated to being the source of addictions, only to sweep in with the solution, hereby creating a cyclical and revolving revenue stream. If you're not in the camp that believes MedTech would create a highly capable healing injection, there is another possible creator in Fallout's past. Series fans will know the relationship between the former US government and several defense contractors, with West Tech being one of the best known. due in part to their creation of power armor and eventually the forced evolutionary virus, the compound responsible for the creation of super mutants. Westech was formally split into two divisions, focusing on advanced weapons research and biomedical sciences. Given that Westech had existed since 2002, the potential for them to have created such a tool in the shadow of escalating worldwide conflicts over the next 70 years feels like a far more reasonable fit. Even though Westech joined the US government's power armor research initiatives by 2065, the Stimpak had supposedly already been introduced by this time, allowing for Westech to have potentially developed it before getting involved in much larger projects. The Stimpak by the time of Fallout's Great War was also already widely used in the medical industry, which jettisoned its usefulness as a wartime medical asset. The only potential wrinkle in Westech's involvement as a potential creator of the Stimpak is that a connection exists between power armor and injection technology that potentially doesn't even involve them. The MP-47A prototype medic power armor was created as a variant of the T-45D armor set, of which the larger run was produced for the US Armed Forces. The prototype armor was designed to administer medics to soldiers within the suit as needed for pain management. But its full production specification also had designs within the T-45 shell to house Stimpaks and other compounds. What we don't quite know is what company helped create this prototype suit definitively, as a holotape regarding the armor doesn't specify who was behind the MP-47A's development. And if Westech had indeed been involved in the Stimpak's creation, why would they need to potentially outsource such a project given a possible connection to both technologies? As we said before, the unspecified company behind the medic power armor could inevitably be Westech, but there's no solid proof as of now. We may never know Westech's full involvement, but one final thread might hold the truth we've been looking for.
Maybe you've never heard of Lee Rapid Pharmaceuticals, but as far as actual leads go, the company may have ties to a potential answer for the origin of the Stimpak.
Lee Rapid Pharmaceuticals admittedly doesn't appear in every Fallout game, but its technology is instrumental to the Operation Anchorage DLC found in Fallout 3. Within the simulated events of the Anchorage Reclamation found within this DLC, there are strategically located health dispensers created by Lee Rapid. These large dispensers are reminiscent of older fire extinguishers, but it's actually not the dispenser reservoirs that we're concerned with. It's the hose and needle-like delivery device that administers the healing solution contained within it. From what we can gather, Lee Rapid Pharmaceuticals was an actual pre-war company from Charlotte, North Carolina, and created the very Stimpak-like technology found across the Anchorage Reclamation simulator. But what we can't quite determine was if this was unique to the simulation, as it doesn't appear anywhere else. The concept that Stimpaks might have derived from this technology is a possibility, but the caveat is that it might have only been created for the simulation's purpose. Similarly, item degradation doesn't exist within the Reclamation simulator, and its main influencer, General Constantine Chase, was criticized by many for bending details found within the events of the virtual story. It leaves an interesting door open, however, as Lee Rapid Pharmaceuticals could have been the creator of prototype Stimpak delivery methods. They also could have otherwise been created for use by the US military. It would make further sense that this fairly rudimentary concept would then be miniaturized and made widely available to larger use cases across the pre-war United States. After all, many military research breakthroughs often find their way to commercial applications. But the gray area of this possible connection makes it just as much a source of the Stimpak as it does equally a potential non-factor entirely. The reason being that if the Reclamation Simulator creators purely made this up and affiliated it with the Lee Rapid Pharmaceuticals company, then it's just the mind of a developer creating a story and nothing more. And with that, I thank you for joining me as I explored the theories behind who possibly created the Stimpak. Do you have your own theory on where the medical breakthrough comes from? Let me know in the comments. For more content just like this video, you can find our entire Fallout Exploring the Wasteland playlist linked here, as well as a suggested video from this series if you like this one. I also can't thank you enough for our growing community and for those who continue to support this channel. But I also appreciate any likes, shares, or comments to help me keep this channel moving forward and give me direction that you're enjoying the content I'm making. As always, Wastelanders, keep on dissecting. This is Mark signing off.